Hey everybody, and how are you? I hope everything is well today. And I thought I'd do a little bit of a poetry hangout. I know my eye's a little bit sore today, I don't know why, but it's been playing me up for the last couple of hours. But I thought I'd still do a poetry hangout with you guys and just chill out and catch up with you guys. I hope everyone is well. It's currently 10 to 10, well, nearly 5 to 10 in the evening here. Hello, Billy. Welcome to my stream. How are you? I hope you're doing well. It's good to see you. But yeah, like I said, I've been writing some of my own poetry. I thought I'd come on and kind of just share it and see some people. But yeah, I've got a few poems to share with you. Hey, Mr. Earls, how are you? Good evening. I'm good, thank you, Billy. It's good to see you. I think you're new here. Welcome. So yeah, I just got a few poems that I've been writing in the last few weeks that I thought I'd share with you. So yeah, I'll just wait for a few more people to get in. If you can like and share the stream, that'd be great. And welcome to Hey Anfield Road. How you doing? Good to see you. Good evening to you. I hope you're doing well today. Hey Alex, thank you for your comments on my video earlier. How are you? I hope you're doing well. And you've finally put a profile picture up, I see, on your avatar. That's great. It's good to see that you've got a picture up so I can actually see who you are. So that's good. It's good to see you, Alex. I hope everything's going well for you today. It's good to see you. But like I said, I've just got a few poems that I thought I'd share with you today, and some to motivate you, some to kind of make you think a little bit about. Thank you, Billy. Hey, Florna. Good evening to you. Good afternoon to you. Thank you, Anfield Road. I appreciate that. Sharing me out. What are you frustrated about, Alex? I hope it's not something too bad to worry about. Always message me on Instagram or Twitter if you want, Alex. If you have something to say, if you want to chat privately. But yeah, you might see me on my eye occasionally because my eye is actually really, ow, it's really hurt me. So I don't know what I've done to it, but yeah, I know it is, Alex. I know. Don't you think I know about it, my friend? I live there, so yeah, my eye is actually mega hurting me. So I don't know what I've done to it, but it's really, really aggravating me. Okay, Alex, no worries. But yeah, I've just got a few poems to share with you guys tonight that I've been writing over the last few weeks. Oh, Billy, you got autism too. Nice. Welcome to my channel, Billy. How did you find me, Billy? Welcome to my stream. But yeah, share this out, Alex and Billy. It'd be good. Florna, everyone who's in here, it'd be good to share this out. Hey, my brother. Hey, Boomer. What's up, brother? It's good to see you. How are you, Boomer? It's so good to see you. I appreciate you, brother. I do immensely appreciate you. So yeah, I just thought I'd go live for a little while and sit and chat to you guys and see what's up with you guys in the US. Because I know it's only 5 p.m. Eastern and 4 p.m. Central right now. So yeah, you guys are still in your early evening, whereas it's late evening for me. I'm in my last 2 hours of my Wednesday. So yeah. So share this out, guys. Smash the thumbs up for me if you haven't done already. Let people know that I'm live streaming. There's just a few poems to get through that I've been wanting to share for the last little while, but I've not kind of been too keen to share them because, you know, some of them are quite deep and dark and 6 p.m. for you now, Boomer, is it? Okay. Thanks. It's good to be people that might have the same as me and we can talk about it together. I'm really loving it. It's 10 p.m. Oh, you're in Dublin, Billy. Awesome. Okay, you're the same time zone as me then, Billy. I'm in the UK too. So you're the same time zone as me. So it's 6 p.m. for Boomer and he's Eastern time. Okay, so 6, 7, 8, 9. I'm only 4 hours ahead of you now, Boomer. Yeah, we change our clocks this weekend, Florna. Our clocks go forward an hour on Saturday at midnight. So yeah, our clocks go forward an hour. So yeah, instead of it being like 10 o'clock, what it is now, it'd be 11 o'clock because the clocks go forward an hour. So yeah, which means we'll be back to being 5 hours ahead rather than right now I'm 4 hours ahead of you. So on Saturday I go back to being 5 hours. Yeah. Hey, Free Handley, how you doing, my friend? Yeah. Hey, Magnificent Germany with Darian, how you doing? It's good to see you, my friend. I'm good. How are you? I just thought I'd do some poetry and chit chat with you guys and just share you some poems that I've been writing. If I get enough interest, I may open up it to be a panel. If I have enough interest, I may invite a couple of people on just to have a chit chat with me. But I don't know how long I'm going to be on for. Hey, Shelley Misfit. Good evening to you, my friend. How are you today? It's good to see you. Thank you for your sweet comment on my video earlier. I did appreciate that. So, yeah, if you haven't seen my new upload today, I did upload about, 5-6 hours ago. And now I'm doing a live stream on top of it. So, you know, I thought I'd go live and see everybody. So, yeah, there's just a few poems here. Actually, there's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10 different ones that okay, Boomer brother, no worries. I'll send you the link in Hangouts actually. Give me a second. Google Hangouts, where are you, Boomer? Give you the StreamYard link as well. Let me go back onto my Hangouts, get Boomer up so I can send him the link. Oh shoot, so I'm just gone live. Oh well. Where's my Hangouts? Come on, Hangouts work, please. Come on, Hangouts, don't be stupid on me. Thanks. Where are you, Boomer? Boomer. There you are. Do. Alright, I'm now going to send him the link. There we go, Boomer. I just sent you the link in Hangouts, my friend. Check your Hangouts messages. I just sent you the StreamYard link in Hangouts if you want to come on, Boomer. Okay, so this poem is called Every Day. It says, every day seems to be the same. Same with being stuck at home. Home staring at the same four walls thinking what to do. Do for my YouTube or for fun outside. Outside seems so long away. Long away being sheltered away from my family. Family are who are my support network. Network seeming distant. Distant and isolation creeps in, taking over the positive thoughts I had now feeling doom and gloom. Gloom in the government changes everything. Everything's so uncertain and anxiety inducing. Inducing has never felt so anxious and emotions rushing out on me uncontrollably. Uncontrollably not knowing how to handle. Every day seems like a blur melting away. Away as trapped indoors waiting for change. Change seems to be forever coming. Coming, then all of a sudden taken away. Away, how much longer can we continue? Continue to be under lock and key with no way out. Way out possible, slowly but still restricted on activities and travel. Every day just seems to be disappointment. Disappointment, when can we go back to living life like normal? Normal seeing people and family. Every day we are controlled by the government. Government that are so out of touch with reality. Reality they don't understand how we live. The government have their own true agenda. Rules they seem to excuse. Excuses we need to stop. Stop as our lives have been put on hold. Every day we are close to being back to normal. Normal being with our family and friends. So yeah, that's one of the first ones that I wrote. So okay, Boomer, no worries. It's just in your Hangouts, my friend. I did send it to you in your Hangouts messenger that we have. Thank you, Shelley. I appreciate you. Yeah, if you don't know some people in the chat, really get to know them. They're really, really good people who I have here in my chat. They're really, really good people who've been with me for a very long time. So yeah, I'm just gonna read one of my older ones that I done. Thank you, TJ Smith. I do see that. Thank you so much. So yeah, I'm gonna read this one, which is called Heavy. It says, heavy, sometimes I don't like my mind. My mind wishing I could slow it down. Down as it's an overload and feels heavy. Everything seems impossible. Impossible, why do things become heavy? Heavy holding on through everything. Everything sometimes it's too much to carry. Heavier is the media and scaring people. People realizing not everything is about me. Me who carries everything around. Around everything just seems to be so heavy. Heavy, wishing my mind would just stop. Stop driving myself and my emotions crazy. Everything is so heavy, every day isolated. Isolated, the universe seems so far away. Away, why is everything so heavy? Heavy is my thoughts and how I control them, whether I react or make my mind. Empty, everything being overwhelming. Overwhelmed, I can choose to take control. I'm responsible for my choices. Choices when everything is simply heavy. Heavy feeling like I'm losing control. Control of how I act in the universe around me. Does everything have to seem so heavy? Heavy, my mind's constantly affected by the noise and inner thoughts of my doubt. Doubt of ever being good enough. Enough. Everything just seems so heavy. So, yeah, I do write my own poems, Billy. I've been writing, Darian, everything that I write is in my notebook here. I've been writing my own poems for about three and a bit years now. I just don't tend to share them that much because, again, like I did say, they are quite dark, deep, thoughtful poems. Hey, good evening, Ronnie Plays. Derek, how are you? Much love, my friend. How are you? Much love, Derek. I hope you're doing good. You says, hey, bom dia. Kels fam, hey. Long time no see, hun. How are you doing? It's so fantastic to see you. I hope everything is doing well with you, Kels fam. I hope everything is good with you and your family. But yeah, these are just some poems that I've written a long time ago. Hey, okay, grower. Oi, oi. Ronnie Egg is on his main account. What up, Ronnie Egg? Derek, how you doing, Derek? It's good to see you, my friend. Much love, my friend. Yeah. So I'm just gonna read some old poems that I've been writing. This poem I'm now gonna read is called "Who Am I?" It says, "Who am I? I am an autism warrior. Warrior when you pick me up when I fall. Fall when I feel weak. Weak because of society makes me hide. Hide away society sees it as bad. Bad and damaged being unique. Unique in this world needing support. Support on my journey. Journey that has good and bad patches. Patches where you help me get through it. Through it so that I don't have to hide. Hide from my future which is bright. Bright to help people. People I need to pick me up from the ground. Ground swallowed by judgments and misunderstanding. I can lay them down now. Knowing that they don't matter. They don't define me. They don't define me as I'm proud of who I am. I'm strong and proud of how far I've come. Come, but I need support to help me through. And here comes Boomer. Do. Add him to the stream. Thank you, Ronnie, for sharing. Hello, Boomer.
Hey, I didn't mean for you for you to stop what you were doing and have me up now. I was replying to your comment earlier about later on after, but since you already sent it.
Yeah. Hey, Mike, how are you doing?
I didn't want you to stop doing what you were doing.
No, I know. I sent it to you so that you had it. That was all. You know what I'm like? I get impatient.
Yeah, true.
You've known me long enough, Boomer, to know that I'm an impatient.
Patience is a virtue, though.
Yeah, that's true. I'm getting better at it, though. I think.
Yeah.
I think I've got a lot better at it than I used to be. I used to be really.
I have noticed that.
Demanding and everything had to be now, whereas I'm like, okay, I can wait. It's fine. Like I can. So yeah, I'm just gonna finish reading this one. It says, I'm strong and proud of how far I've come. Come, but I need support to help me through. Through the walls are tumbling down around me, so I don't have to hide behind the mask. The mask is finally coming off now. It can't hurt me. Will you be there when I cry and fall? Fall and help me back up to be strong. Strong and finally proud of who I am. I'm strong. The walls have finally come down. I'm no longer hiding behind the mask. Will you catch me if I fall and fail from the ground? I'm a warrior and I'm proud of who I am and I can't be stopped. Thank you very much, Derek, for the super chat. Much love, my friend. Thank you very much for the super chat. Very, very much appreciated, my friend. Thank you very much. So, yeah, Boom has got some poetry to share with us, I believe, as well. Boom's put himself on mute. Boomer.
Oh yeah, I muted my mic because I was making a cigarette. Didn't want to interrupt you.
Okay.
Well, I have one here. For some reason, I keep misplacing my poem book, so I don't know exactly where it's at. But I happen to have something in my notes on my cell phone that I wrote. But did you want me to do that now, or just wait till you've gone through?
No, you can do it now. I've got plenty of poems. I've got like another 10, 11 poems to go through. So.
Oh, okay. You've been busy, huh?
Yeah.
I haven't written anything new lately, so this is something that just came to me. It's called My Perdition, and if you don't know what perdition is, please Google it because it won't make sense to you if you don't know what perdition means. So,
Okay.
but this is something I wrote last year
Hey,
or
indeterminate.
the year before.
And thank you, Free Handley, for the donation. Super chat, much love. Thank you very much. Yes.
And yeah, I just want to say it's good to see a lot of names in the chat there that I haven't seen in a while. Like you said, there's who was I was looking at?
Kel's fam and a couple of other people.
Kel's fam is in here.
Yeah.
Hey, Kel's. There was another one.
There's Bomb Diaz in here. There's a couple of new ones. Hey, Lexi. Good evening to you, Lexi. How you doing?
Where the hell did he go? Where did he go? I know I saw him in here.
Yeah, so this is a poetry stream, guys. Just me and Boomer both have the talent of being able to write poetry. Boomer has some really yeah, Ronnie Egg's still here.
I haven't seen that character in a while. Good to see you, Ronnie Egg.
Ronnie Egg, aka Derek. Yeah. He's an amazing guy. I have a lot of love and respect for him. He's an amazing guy. He's probably going to be heading out shortly. He has to be up at 5 a.m. for work. So.
But all right. So yeah, this one is.
Hey, Sue. Thank you very much.
It's a little different from my usual poems I write. It's more. Oh, it's almost like it's more in the lines of Gemma's style, where it's almost telling a story rather than being, you'll get the idea once I read it. Okay. So it's called My Perdition, and like I said, if you don't know what perdition means, look it up because it won't make sense unless you do. All right. So my friends, my family, those who I were born and learned to love, a half a century of never knowing the blessings you've all come to know, or the coo of a morning dove. A life of more questions than answers, driving a man to the brink. Years of 50 knowing of no true relief other than the drink. Through loss, misery, heart attacks, and strokes, this lone wolf, now a broken man, knows the true colors of the folks who once shook his hand. But in all of that, on my last day, when I find myself in that position, I wish to never see a single one of you in my perdition. Look it up. It'll make sense.
Wow. That's
Perdition.
That's amazing, Boomer. Wow, that's so deep as well. Wow.
Yeah, that's the only one I could find at such short notice.
You're fine, but I want you on the panel because one, you do poetry anyway, and two, it's just nice to have someone else on the panel rather than me trying to do the stream by myself.
Well.
And plus, you're one of the ones who's always on my streams anyway, so it's good to have another face so I know really well who can help me out.
Right.
Who knows that I get
I have the shortest poem I ever wrote in my life. If you want to hear this one real quick.
Yeah, go for it. Okay. Yeah.
There's profanity involved. Is that okay?
Yeah. My channel over 18 channel, Boomer. So
the shortest the shortest poem I ever wrote. Fuck it. That's the whole poem right there. A one-word poem. That's a joke. Trying to lighten the mood.
Yeah, exactly, Free-Handy. Like, me and Boomer have known each other these 6 years, so, like, he's known me since pretty much the beginning of my channel, so Boomer and me had a very good talent of being able to write poetry. Like, Boomer has really encouraged me and support me with my poetry writing. Like, I've sent him poems in the past, and I've asked his opinion on them, and okay, good night, run well, Derek. Sleep well, my friend. Have a good work shift tomorrow. I'll text you tomorrow.
Hey, it was good seeing you again, Ronnie A.
He's a great dude. I love him dearly. He's a great dude. Really good dude.
I don't make it over here to the YouTube side too much lately.
No, I know you don't. That's when I see you, I'm like, yep, you have to be on my panel. That's it. And thank you to Suzex. He's got wonderful wife for the donation. I know I did say thank you, but I don't know if she heard me. So thank you very much for the super chat, Suzex. I do appreciate that. I don't know if you've gone to bed too or if you're still here, but thank you very much for the donation. It's very much appreciated. So, and he says, bye, Boomer.
Take care. Much love. Keep it real.
Yeah. So my next poem is going to be called Misunderstood. And I wrote this a few weeks ago. And it says that it goes like this. It says, I'm trying not to be misunderstood, but in society, I'm still misunderstood. It does not make me feel any better, wishing people would understand, so I don't have to be lost in hiding. Take me by the hand and guide me, but try to understand. Understand I'm just trying to find myself on this journey of learning of who I am. I'm constantly misunderstood. Misunderstood, walk with me by the hand, support me in being misunderstood. Misunderstood is how I feel society sees me, as a person who's broken, damaged, or needing to be fixed. I'm being misunderstood by this judgmental world that makes me feel like I'm an outsider. Outside, there's no excuses or any places for me to hide. Look me in the eye. Can you say you're truly understood? Understand now how I see the world. You're just as guilty as me. We're all misunderstood in our own way. We're all trying to find our place in this world. World that makes me feel like I don't belong, like I'm an outcast. I'm misunderstood. I'm misunderstood out of fear and out of stereotype. Hey, PH Rids, good evening to you. How are you?
Good one, Gemma. Good one.
Yeah, that was written when I was in a really bad place a few weeks ago. I was feeling really quite low, the worst I've ever felt in quite some time. And I was like, what do I do? Do I sit here and get upset and just let it control me? Or do I do something to control it and do a creative outlet? So I decided to get my notebook out and just write how I felt at the time. And yeah, that's how basically it came out. Thank you, Alex. Yeah, our thoughts are hot and crazy, indeterminate origin. I know you say you don't identify, but I know you say that you're on the spectrum to me yesterday. But yeah, some of these poems are quite dark and like depressing. A lot of them that I've written the last few weeks about kind of regrets I've had and kind of how I see the world from feeling like I'm an outsider and stuff. Like the one here that I wrote a couple of weeks ago called The Struggles in Autism. And it says the struggles in autism are real. Real when you don't know how to feel. Feelings are all blurred into one. One sudden feeling of overwhelm. Overwhelmed feeling trapped and buried. Buried underneath it all, struggling to escape. Escape from the everyday stereotypes. Stereotypes when people think they know best about you and your future. Future they don't see it, it's about us and not them. Them the struggle with noise and touch. Touch feeling like an electric shock going through my whole body. My body's on edge constantly. Constantly when the senses are all heightened. Heightened with tastes that we like and tastes that we don't like that make us sick. The struggles in autism are real. Real, but many I hide because I mask. Mask that I can appear as normal. Normal, you don't understand the constant struggle. Struggle with the expectation that you put on me to be like you without any problems. Struggles of being in social situations and the forced eye contact. Eye contact is always expected, Expectations and autism do not work well with me as I get too much information. The struggles are real. Just because I cope doesn't mean they're not there. So again, it's basically how I feel that people treat me recently. They tend to treat me like I'm some little girl, even though I'm not. I'm nearly 33 years old, so it's kind of, I get frustrated with how people just want us to all of a sudden be quiet, or it's bad to speak out about it, and it gets me so fed up because I do have a voice and I use it on quite the often occasion, and it just annoys me because it kind of feels like I have to be quiet and I'm trapped, and it gets me really, really pissed off. So yeah, Boomer, what do you feel, Boomer?
No, I was muted again, wasn't I?
Yeah, she was.
I was looking at. I was looking for some old stuff I had posted on Facebook years ago. See if I could find any of those that I had there that I could read off. But, what was the question? How do I feel?
Like about what I just said about, a lot of my poems recently have been more about kind of how I feel people see people with disabilities, and how I feel like I'm constantly like the outsider, and that I'm kind of having to mask how I feel.
Yeah, and I think a lot of people kind of feel that way sometimes, regardless of, I mean, I don't think it just pertains to people of afflictions. I think, yeah, a lot of people feel that way, and you express it very well, and I was going to say earlier, a lot of poets back in the day. I mean, that's the the times where they're most creative is at those moments where they feel they're kind of at that point in their life where, you know, and like you said, expressing it on paper is a outlet.
Yeah.
And I think that's where some of the great poets before our time um, got that way, because if you look at some of the old poets, yeah, a lot of it's pretty dark, and and it's one way to, you know, get it out without, get it out in a more um, accepted way,
Yeah.
So, yeah, that's what poetry is about. Is it's a way to express something in in a particular style rather than just ranting like Boomer does.
Yeah.
But yeah, it's very good.
And this next one is another quite dark one. It's called Pretending. I think Boom's heard this one, but it's one of my favourites that I wrote about a year or so ago. It says pretending face to face, yet we stand so close but so far apart. I'm having to hold on through everything when people want to knock me down. Sometimes I have to pretend like I'm normal, pretending even though inside I'm crumbling from the mask that I have to put up because people accuse me of being fake or acting I'm not. What you see is real. Real every day I close my eyes, hoping all will get better and get to say how I'm truly feeling without being judged. Pretending so nobody sees that it's a struggle. How would people know that I'm tearing the walls down one day at a time? Pretend that everything is okay when really I'm struggling with people's assumptions about me. Face to face we may be standing close but we're many worlds apart. Apart I have to be strong, wondering if I belong in this world and my purpose in it. Keeping how I feel from people that I care about. How they know unless I stop pretending and hiding my emotions. How will people know how I'm feeling? Every day this world is a struggle. I'm not okay, but I hold on through it all. One day I'll get the happy ending of being able to have acceptance of disability. My disability is only part of me. It doesn't fully define me. I can finally stop pretending like life through a glass screen. The screen is tumbling down around me. Will I ever say the words that I truly feel, or will I pretend to conform to what people expect? Why does this world always pretend? Why can't it be real? Real like my dreams, I'm finally achieving my purpose in this world and making a difference. When will people stop pretending and be real and say what they really mean? And I think Boomer can identify as to why I wrote that. Boomer, you're mute again.
Oh yeah, totally. Yeah, I'm still looking through my Facebook for some stuff I wrote. Yeah, I can relate to that. Absolutely.
Yeah, I think the problem is like a lot of people right now, we try so hard to campaign for acceptance and difference, and like we have to let people know that it's okay to be different. And me and you have battled more than most on this platform to get that message across, because a lot of people are scared. They see the word disability or difference and they think, ooh, but we can't talk about that because
Right.
it's bad and you shouldn't talk about it. And I'm like, why can't we? Because we're the people that live with it, so surely we should be able to.
Exactly.
And it
All right,
annoys me.
no, go ahead.
No, I'm done.
Um, this one I wrote years ago and posted on Facebook. I may have
Hey, Shauna.
recited it before. This one actually, I sent it to a friend of mine, and they actually made a song out of it. But it's the first one I come across here that I posted on Facebook. So,
Yeah, go for it.
all right, this one's titled "From Behind Your Closet Door," and I think you'll get the gist of it once you hear it. So, from behind your closet door, preaching from behind your closet door, your own skeletons tearing at your heart, standing there, playing a fictional part, spewing out the words, fighting against an imaginary war, throwing your stones blindly from behind your glass walls, never caring where they land or who gets stung, ignorant to your own demons lurking in the halls, just a mockingbird, deaf to the words of the songs you've sung. What can be done in all the confusion when each script contradicts and cancels out the other? It's an illusion, but the stones are all too real. What do you do when the demons creep up, reciting those words from some book you steal? Where do you hide to escape all the drama you create in the name of another?
Wow, I super identify with that. That's whoa, wow.
I wrote that, well, I posted it in 2016.
Oh well,
I think I wrote it
you have to share
sometime
that with
before
me in
that.
Hangouts, Boomer. You have to share that with me in Hangouts. I'd love to have a copy of that.
Mhm.
That's amazing. I love it. You need to send that to me. I'd love to have a copy of that in Hangouts or email or whatnot. That's amazing. That's really, really speaks volumes to a lot of people, not just me, but the way that you worded it is just absolutely incredible. Exactly, Shelley. His poetry is amazing. Like my poetry is very
Oh,
straightforward, whereas Boomer has a different way of storytelling it. Like my poetry is very much about my emotions and how I process them, whereas Boomer is more of a storyteller. I love the way he does it because he really gets you like you're there with him, and you can actually feel the energy behind it. So I love Boomer's poetry because he actually makes you feel like you're there in the story with him. You're actually there sitting with him writing it. It's really powerful. I love it.
hey, you want me to throw this one out real quick? It's pretty short.
Yeah, go for it. Yeah,
This
any poems you've
this
got,
also
Boomer.
has a pretty deep meaning if you get it. I didn't title it, but I would never know the rose without the thorns. I would never know the warmth of the sun without the bitter cold. I would never know the light without the dark. I would never know the cooling sensation of a breeze without the blistering heat. I would never know the good without evil. I would never know success without failure. I would never know happiness without sadness. I would never know day without night. I would never know bravery without fear. I would never know you without me.
Oh wow. That's amazing. Like, see, this is the thing with Boomer. He's very good at putting you in the story, and he helps you to understand what it's like for him. And I can definitely identify with what he wrote and how he wrote that, because you can actually imagine sitting there, seeing him write that, and imagine the thoughts and feelings that are going in his head. And that's what I love about Boomer, because he does it in a way that actually gets you to be there with him, and it's very visual for me. I love it. I'm a very visual learner, so for me, it's really good. Hey Byron, how you doing? Everyone's loving your poetry, Boomer. You got a lot of comments in the chat saying, Boomer, that was awesome.
Oh, thank you.
A lot of people love you in the chat. A
Oh,
lot
I
of people
appreciate that. Thank
A lot
you.
of people are loving it. Like they've said, Boomer, wow, that's amazing. Well done, Boomer bro. Big thumbs up to you. A lot of people are loving it. So you've got a lot of popularity in the chat right now.
Oh,
Like
thanks.
we all celebrate our ways of being different. Like, you know, it's all about how we see things. And like, I'm going to read one of my newer ones that I wrote. This is called Anxiety in the Chaos, that I wrote the other week. It says, anxiety in the chaos of thoughts running in my head everything is an overwhelm with sensory processing the mental process, the chaos in the middle of feeling lost down a dark, deep hole like Alice in Wonderland. Wonderland, wondering when it's going to end all the negative thinking. Nobody understands the way that I think the way that I do. The chaos of trying to lessen the anxiety and feeling like I'm losing control, and how to stop all the rush of emotion. Emotions are all blurred into one, unable to separate what is happening at all. The chaos of being in anxiety and feeling like you're lost in the destruction of a storm. The storm raging around you, you being dragged under, being unable to breathe. Breathe and you feel like you're being suffocated. The suffocation, anxiety, and the chaos when everything is simply too much. I wish the chaos that runs in my head would stop. My head feels like a CD player being constantly played on replay. So, yeah, that's kind of how I felt the last few weeks. My head's just been going vroom at me, because I've been unable to kind of just stop and take a breath. And I kind of felt like I've been so busy trying to keep up with content and checking in on people and keeping it myself mentally well, because of the whole situation that we're all in right now. And it's been really hard. Like, I'm not going to lie, it's been really difficult for me. And this, without my poetry, I don't know what I would have done, because it's kind of got to a point now where I've really had to keep myself together and try and control myself. And it's hard because, you know, I don't want people thinking that I've got it easier than others, or that life's easy, because it's not. I know it's not. And it's just been very, very difficult to control it. So, yeah. Okay, Free Handy, take care, my friend. Have a good
Yeah.
one. So it's just I've been going through a bit of an emotional roller coaster with what's been going on, and best way I've known how to control it for me is by writing my poetry. And I think a lot of it is recently because about 2-3 weeks ago I went to the opticians to have an eyesight test done, because my eyesight's going down the toilet. And basically I've got to go and pick up some glasses tomorrow in the afternoon, because my eyesight's gone down more than what I thought it had. And the anxiety of knowing that, and then having to adjust to wearing glasses on the screen, not just for my videos, but for panels and for reading and TV. Because, you know, I hadn't had glasses in nearly, 4 years. And now suddenly I've had to go all the way back to processing the fact I'm going to have glasses again. So it's kind of, my head's been going, oh, you're gonna look different. It's gonna be strange, and I'm gonna have to adapt to having glasses on all the time. And yeah, I've been panicking because again, it's about my own insecurity of going, oh, people are gonna laugh at you, people are not gonna like it, and it's different. And I've really hit myself with it because it's like, well, I know I have to wear them, but at the same time, it's change, and I don't deal well with that. So it's been a constant process of crying and stressed out because I don't know how to think about it. And I'm like, you know what's my health? Like, if I have to wear them, I have to wear them. So it's just the way it is.
Just think of it as another accessory.
Yeah.
I mean, these days people wear glasses as a fashion statement. So there you go. You know?
Yeah, they do. That's true. Yeah.
I'm sure you're going to look very fashionable in your new glasses. I need to get some new glasses soon, too. But
I'm going to go live tomorrow night once I get them, and I'll show everybody my new glasses anyway. So I'm going to kind of just be like, hey, you know, I look different. Like, this is how it's going to be from every single video and stream from now on. I will have to wear them because my eyesight is completely struggling and I need them. So they're going to be extra strength ones. Hey, it's Kate Licious. How are you?
I imagine you look very, very smart in your new glasses.
Oh, you will see tomorrow night around probably a little bit just before this time tomorrow. Probably I'll go live for a couple of hours and show people. And yeah, so I'm going to read another new one that I wrote. This is called "This is How I Fight My Battles." It says, "This is how I fight my battles. Battles when society tries to make me feel worthless and voiceless. Battles I fight every day just to educate people. People still see me as broken and damaged. Damaged, I fight my battles, not giving up. I fight my battles letting people understand that I am unique and made to be different. Different in a time when I'm fighting my anxiety, as everything is totally unpredictable. Unpredictable, not knowing what to say or what to do. I fight my battles to be positive and a smile. Smile when I'm having to be stuck at home. Home staring at four walls, day in and day out. I fight my battles every day learning of who I am and understanding that I fit in. I fight my battles trying to figure out this world, the world that doesn't accept me for being me. Me who has a purpose in this world, a world to fight battles with the authority. Authority who treats me like a lower class, with no voice or ability. Ability because they believe I don't understand, or actually understand more than what you think I can. I process information just in a quicker format and logic. This is how I fight my battles. Battles overcome the labels you put against me. I fight my battles being proud to be different. This is how I fight my battles with my voice, and I stand strong for it. Baby, you're muted again.
Very good. It's
So, yeah,
and very informative. Very good.
Yeah, that's how I've kind of controlled my emotions, my anger, especially the last couple of weeks because of all the constant changes. Now, as Boomer knows, I don't deal well with change at all. I'm very edgy. I'm very anxious about it. And when I'm constantly being told one thing and then I've adapted to that and I've coped, and then all of a sudden it's like boom, whack, another change gets put on me. And then it's like, oh my God, I've just dealt with this change you've told me about. I've just coped with it. And then you whacked me with another one. And I'm having to go, oh shit, because I don't know how to do it.
It can get very overwhelming sometimes, you know, having to constantly adjust to changes and
yeah,
exactly.
It's hard because Boomer knows better than most how I cope. I'm very up and down my emotions, and I'm awful.
So I finally scrolled down to where most of my posts are for my poems. So
yeah, go for it.
There's a few here. All right, I'll do this one. Let's see. This is I wrote this because of some a reoccurring dream I've had where there's this mysterious female in my dreams that made me feel, you know, like anywhere or anyway. You'll get it. So it goes. Beyond the light is a darkness known all too well to a soul bounded by day to a fleshy vessel. Twice a day, through the twilight mist, it escapes to the shadows beyond the mystic trestles. Dark it may be in a place scarce of comforts known to warm a heart, unfitting to most a dwelling to seek when the light fades and breaks apart. Peace and harmony of the nothingness engulfs, ridding the pain of a world left behind to reacquaint itself with a love long lost. In the darkness, souls intertwine, choosing love over light in a world that possess no comforts of life, but grants much more. A sweet kiss in the dark twice a day through the twilight mist, the light passes, not through thy door, to travel beyond a world known so long to a lonely soul is what makes this life bearable till together for eternity we dwell in our darkened abode. Dark over light, love over loneliness, beyond the twilight mist, a soul twice each day travels for that single kiss to feel once more whole.
Wow. So I guess that was written when you were kind of in a time of thinking about different things, and I can sense the torment and the frustration that you were going through when you wrote that.
Well, it's it's about kind of weighing the you know weighing the odds of or the pros and cons of real life and the life you receive when you're dreaming. It's like I at the moment I trade my real life for the life that I given in my dreams.
Yeah.
So it's kind of like along those lines. And I wanted to show you something. I forgot I even posted this, but this was just a tidbit of like advice that I give the people who would say, like I can't write, can't do, it's like it's not. But this, it's words of a poet. When you're trying to write, the advice was don't force the words in any particular direction. Let the words pull you along their own path, and you may just end up with greatness. So when it comes to writing poetry or whatever, don't force it. Just let it flow through you and let it come to you, and you just write it down as it comes.
Exactly. That's great advice because, again, poetry is a lot about emotion and process. And for me, it's a lot about how I filter out the things that are in my head that I can't tell you. And instead of just exploding and going on a phone call with someone, it's about, okay, how do I stop myself from having that negative emotion to someone else, do it in a safe way that I can control myself. And I go with my notepad, I get my pen out, and everything that I get, my feelings goes in here. Like I've written a lot of poetry recently because a lot of emotions that are in my head, and it's just about taking the time to accept the emotion, get it out, how it feels, write it down. And a lot of it, some of it, I've used a lot of songs have helped me, like a lot of worship songs and songs that have spoke to me before. And I'm like, you know what? This is how I'm feeling right now. This is the time to use that time to just sit here, be quite, hey, Anton, how are you? And basically, it's a way that I get my words out without exploding at someone because in the past I did go on a phone call a lot, or I'd go on a stream and go, boom, and people go, what was that? And I'm like, uh-oh, probably shouldn't have done that. So
Can I throw this one more short one out there to you, and then I'll just, you go ahead and.
Yeah, of course. You always read yourself.
Now, this one I wrote after well, I don't know how to explain it without giving it up, but it's about death. So
okay.
But my views of death or whatever. It was after a experience I had, and I wrote it. So anyway, here we go. Let the crimson flow no more as the raven knocks at the door. Let the light dim to dark as the night snuffs another heart. Take one more tonight as the raven takes flight. Rid the pain of being held to this place. Escape in the twilight to a calmer place. Begone the sickness and pains of life to an eternal slumber, unencumbered by such strife. Let the raven call as he takes to flight just one more into the eternal light. Now, let me explain. A lot of people, that would read those words would probably suggest that it's about promoting suicide or whatever, but it's not. It's kind of the opposite. It's about not fearing death. It's about for those who know death is knocking at the door, take comfort in it. Take comfort in the idea that you're going to a better place.
Yeah.
Because I had 2 near-death experiences in my life, and I wrote this after I learned that a friend of mine that I served with back in 2016, he took his own life. And it's not, I'm in no way promoting, suicide or anything like that. I don't, but it expresses my feelings on, I accept it when my time, I accept my time's coming, and I'll accept what, and I want it to transition peacefully and easily, so that's why I wrote this one and posted it on my Facebook. And a lot of people, I got a lot of flack for this one. A lot of people thought I was promoting suicide or whatever. And I was like, no, it's a part of life.
Yeah.
But
no, death is a part of life. Absolutely. Everyone goes through it or will go through it. I know Booming knows I've lost a lot of people in my life so far who I've cared about, and at first I was very, very bitter and angry about. I'm like, why now? Like, why do I feel I'm being punished? Like, I've lost a lot of people who I've cared about. When Boomer explained to me, I was like, oh, okay. Like, I understand that death is part of life and that we're all going to die eventually. They're out of pain now. I don't have to worry about people who are past my family. They're in a better place. They're not struggling anymore. And they wouldn't want to be here anyway right now anyways.
Right.
So, I mean, they're at peace.
Mm-hmm.
So I don't have to worry about it. So it is hard because death is a hard thing to get to adjust to, and it takes time. And I don't think we all learn what it is truly like until you really feel that loss and that pain. And I felt it numerous times. And even with my grandmother passing, I remember when I told Boomin the day it happened, I think I went live the day after. I was like, wow, like everything just hit me. I felt dark, I felt depressed, I felt hopeless, and I was so angry. I remember going on the going, this fucking sucks, and lose my temper and all sorts. And Boom was like, Gemma, it's part of life, and he reassured me everything was going to be okay. And I sat here and I'm like, you know what? She's not struggling anymore. She's not struggling to breathe. She's not refusing to eat anymore. Like, she's not going to be sitting here being sick anymore. She's not going to be in pain all the time. And her dementia's not going to take over anymore because the dementia was killing her. And eventually she died of pneumonia and other problems. And I wouldn't want her to be like that being here still, because she'd be a vegetable. She wouldn't be who she was. When she passed, she was still the lady who I cared about. She was still the lady who loved me. Hey, Tasha and Marty, how are you? So, yeah, it kind of just reminds me that life is fragile and we have to do the best we can for it. And it's actually perfectly, Boomer led me on to a perfect thing, actually. I wrote this poem stuff my grandma died. It's called The Show. It says, "The show must go on, empty spaces with empty faces. What are we looking for? Are we looking for a perfect world behind this pantomime curtain? The show of everyday life must go on. Everybody is faking how they feel, leaving everything to a chance. Chance, what are we looking for? Looking for a chance to be free. The show we are living must go on. Go on instead, my heart is breaking. Yet the show must go on, everybody's acting. Acting so we're not seen for being different. We hide behind this pantomime. The pantomime life is a character, the show has to go on. Empty spaces and empty faces covering our emotions every day is a show. We're the puppets in this pantomime. Putting on a show inside we are crumbling. The show has to be faced as life is a show. Show because society expects us to perform and be free. The show must go on. Are you ready for the show, or will the show rule you? So it's basically how I feel with regards to people not telling the truth. And thank you, Sue, for sharing my video. I appreciate that. And yeah, it's just a way of how Boom just goes about people dealing with things and looking at life in a different way. And that's kind of what I felt like after my grand died. I was like, everyone's just lying and there's no answers to anything. So that's kind of how I felt. But now I understand it a bit more because Boom has put it more in perspective for me. I'm like, oh, life doesn't have to be as bad as what I think it is, because at the time I was in pain, and now I'm more happy than I've been in a long time. So it just depends how the way you see things.
Right.
So that's just something how I felt over the last couple of years, I guess. But I'm more happy and I'm more, I guess, secure myself. And
Oh, well, I forgot about this one.
yeah,
Holy
go for
crap.
it, Boomer. Go for it.
Wow. This I posted it in 2015, but I wrote it, like I said, I can't find my one poetry book that I have somewhere. But I wrote this and then one day decided to post it. Yeah, this one explains a lot. Anyway, it's titled "My Worst Fear."
Yeah, go for it.
And so it goes. My worst fear is looking into the mirror one day and seeing no one looking back as I stare. My worst fear is waking up one morning and feeling nothing in the air. My worst fear is becoming the same emptiness which lies inside. My worst fear is my worst fear is never knowing one day the things hidden inside. My worst fear is being a part of an existence which has not existed as of yet. My worst fear is losing all that I am and leaving an emotional debt. My worst fear is not having the strength to look into that mirror and regret. My worst fear is not knowing how to keep myself from falling into the pit of darkness, which consumes all that is good without a fret. My worst fear is becoming more than I deserve and less than I have earned. My worst fear is the succumbing to the void that has claimed so many, witnessing a soul turn. My worst fear is never seeing that sunrise before my eyes in a sightless stare. I lost my place. My worst fear is never feeling the chill of a crisp December morning despite the wear. My worst fear is never hearing the coo of a mourning dove on a warm spring afternoon. My worst fear is never knowing the love of family and friends as I know it to bloom. My worst fear is not knowing who that is looking back at me in that mirror. My worst fear is not having the knowledge to stop it before it happens becoming clearer. My worst fear is feeling alone in a crowd. My worst fear is taking life day by day and never knowing they just passed by in a cloud. My worst fear is always knowing how but never knowing why. My worst fear is forgetting how to cry.
Wow, that's amazing, Boomer. Wow. That's amazing. Like, I love the emotion you put into that. That's amazing. I can imagine that's when you were going through a really hard time that you wrote that and you were struggling to express how you felt. And that's the reason why you wrote that. Wow, and the empathy you put into that as well. That's incredible. Hey, CCB, how are you? That's amazing, Boomer. You get to send me some of these in Hangouts, Boomer, or email me some of your poems, man. That's brilliant.
Well, here's another one. It's a lot shorter. And instead of my worst fear, it is I'm starving.
Yeah, go for it.
So, all right. So I'm starving. Starving for the things I'll never experience. Starving for the company I'll never have. Starving for the love I'll never feel. Starving for moments in time that will never come. Starving for experiences that shall never arise. Starving for pleasure far beyond my reach. Starving for a life unattainable. Starving for the knowledge necessary to obtain all that leaves me hungry and soulless, empty inside.
Wow, that's amazing. See, this is very good. You, like I say, you're very much a storyteller with your poetry, and it's like you bring us with you on that journey, and we're there with you when you're writing this, and I can just see how you word it and the way you put it across with such empathy and compassion is really, really cool. Like you really take us like we're on the journey with you. It's really, really good. So this poem that I'm going to read now is called Surrounded. This is a poem I wrote a couple of days ago when I was feeling quite anxious and I was listening to a song and it was like, it's okay to feel like this. And so, yeah, it's called Surrounded. It says, I'm surrounded every day by my environment of people and noise and bright lights, the lights that overstimulate me feeling anxiety that leads to panic my body feeling tensed up and lost control followed by my loss of emotion, surrounded by not knowing who to trust or communicate with when everything is dark and I feel I'm in a dark hole with no way out of the negative thinking of self-doubt, doubt that people will never understand and tell me I'm lying or just wanting attention. Attention's not what I want. In fact, I want it to disappear so I can start to understand. Understand that my reality can be brighter, surrounded when everyone thinks, just deal with it. With it, they have no idea of how much I'm fighting through people's words. People's words hurt emotionally and physically. Surrounded, I feel like I'm going under drowning, unable to reach the surface. I'm not going to be surrounded by people anymore. I'm standing strong and not letting you get to me or surround my future. I'm surrounded by the people who truly care and love me for who I am. Every day has to be a better day. I have no choice.
Wow. Nice.
I think Boomer can understand why I wrote that as well, because it's a case of I'm very aware of my emotions. I'm very aware that when I get into a really bad place, and Boomer has seen me when I've been very, very upset on panels and on my own streams, I kind of go from being this woohoo, yay, excited person to boom, everything's just bad, real bad.
Yeah.
And then I just kind of shut off, and then was like, whoa, what the hell happened to her? Like, she was fine a little while ago, and now all of a sudden I'm in this depressive hold, and that's how it happens. My emotions just, boom, I get controlled so bad that I see it as a form of depression. It's kind of, I close off, I isolate, I disappear off because I don't know if to talk to people about it or if I should just disappear, deal with it myself. And then when I'm back better again, I can come back and go, hey, I'm okay, I dealt with it. There's nothing to worry about. Because I don't want to frighten people.
Yeah, exactly.
And I know I've done it with Boom in the past, and I'm like, Gemma, you really need to stop doing that because it's not healthy.
One thing I've learned in my 51 years on this rock is it's very difficult to determine what like what issues you can overcome on your own and what ones you deem necessary to involve others to help you with, and it, sometimes it's hard, like, because we can't see the future, we don't know what's going to happen, if, like, how do I explain it? There's times where you're going through a situation and you may feel like it's too much for you to handle on your own.
Yeah.
And you don't know whether or not, well, is this something I can deal with on my own, or do I need somebody to help me through this? And a lot of times by the time you figure it out, you've already done it. You've already done it on your own. So
yeah.
And I've always been one to this is how I live my life is anything I ever have to work out, I always try to work it out on my own first, because it's my cross to bear, and I'll deal with it on my own until, if I fail at it, maybe I'll ask somebody else to help me. But for the most part, 9 times out of 10, you'll be able to work it out on your own. You have to rely on your own strength and own constitution to help you through it.
Yeah, exactly.
But on the other side of that coin, you can't view it as weakness when you do ask for help. That should always be a option for you. But it shouldn't be your first option. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, absolutely.
You got it within you to deal with your own shit on your own terms and work through it. But every once in a while, don't take it as a sign of weakness when you do have to ask for help. It's those people that are constantly relying on others to help
exactly.
do things that I deem as weak. Those people need to learn how to, walk on their own 2 feet. You can't ask somebody constantly to help you bear your cross. It's yours to bear. And I know a lot of people like that, and that's why I admire. Like I've never seen you as one to have to rely on everybody else to help you out. Like you've done so much, on your own. You've accomplished so much by yourself walking your own path, using your own 2 feet, never using somebody as a crutch or an excuse as a crutch to get through something. Like you're stronger than what you give yourself credit for. And it comes out. You're doing your own live streams. You're using your own words to explain to people what you're trying to get out there. Like you're not relying on everybody else to tell you what to say. That's your words, and that's what's great about you.
Thank you. I appreciate it.
I do have one last one. Honestly,
yeah, go for
this will be the last one, and then I'll just sit here and get back over to the chat and see what's going on. But this I wrote again back in 2016 is when I posted it. And I'm sure there's a lot of people out there that can relate to this one as well, where you're kind of in a situation where, it's about being in love with somebody you can never be with, But anyway, let's see. When all one's heart and soul belongs to another, disallowed to receive it, how can one feel whole and complete? When all one's dreams consist of one not allowed in one's life, what shall one live for when 2 hearts can never meet? When the one much longed for can only exist in the few hours of slumber, how does one ever become whole again? Where shall one find light to guide them through a life of lonesome and pain, to feel alive when her love once one's soul is forced to abstain? How may one's heart beat steady and true while apart from love one is condemned? Where must one's soul reside while the love it carries is unable to be received, as to the depths of darkness it descends? While one's true love resides with another, as life proves to be unfair, how may one carry on? Where shall one's heart bleed true for the love of the other, while despair takes hold to hinder the bond? That was short and sweet.
Wow, that was amazing, Boomer. Your poetry is absolutely come on leaps and bounds. That's absolutely inspirational. That's lovely. That's amazing. And we have a new person in, Misty Rainbow. Welcome to my channel and to my stream. I hope you're doing well. It says first time here. Welcome.
Yeah, it's like I forgot most of the stuff I had written and posted up here. It's like, oh, I don't remember doing that.
You definitely should consider making a book, brother. I think a lot of people would love to read your poetry. I know I would.
I've been told that from other people before. It's like, oh, you ought to have your stuff published, and that's all good, but like until I myself deem it publish worthy, it probably will never happen. But
never say never, brother. Like we can get that sorted out. I'm sure there's ways of doing it.
Hey, Z-Man, what's up?
It's good to see you, Citizen Zed. I did say hello to you earlier. I hope you're doing good. It's good to see you.
Yeah, sorry I haven't been seeing the chat because I was over on my Facebook searching for these old.
Yeah, you're fine. I've had the chat up here. I've just been kind of talking to you, and then the odd comment will pop in. So yeah, I've been seeing them go up. I appreciate Citizen Z's been talking to everyone, and Many Subjects Answers been talking to everyone, keeping the chat going. So that's great. And Dirty Rotten Imbecile 69's here. And next
good, Susan.
Yeah, it's Erase Mike's just popped in. Erase Mike, hey, how you doing, Erase Mike? Good to see you. He says, "Howdy, Boomer." Erase
Dude,
Mike
you
to say
oughta,
hello
you
to in the
oughta
chat.
post that somewhere, bro. That was good. Did you see the one he was typing in the chat?
Yeah, I have. I've just been reading it. Yeah. Citizens, you need to. I think you got my email. You need to email that to me. I'd love to have a copy of that. That'd be brilliant. That's really nice.
One Dirty Rock, the Soul 69. That's a hell of a name.
Yeah. Dirty Rotten's been following me for a long time. And my next poem is called A Drop in the Ocean. This was inspired by a song of the same name, and some of the lyrics just really spoke out to me, so I used some of the words, but obviously made it sure it's not copyright. And so it goes like this. It says, a drop in the ocean is a change in the weather. I'm standing here in the desert with raging storms. A few more hours pretending that everything is okay. Don't take what you don't need from me. I'm standing here wishing for rain in the desert, waiting for you to show. Misplaced trust in people in my past. Past I trusted too much. You're a drop in the ocean, waiting and praying for change. Heaven doesn't seem that far away anymore. Reaching out to see if you'll guide me. A drop in the ocean is a change in the weather. I'm standing in this desert battling, for you're my star in heaven. A drop in the ocean is all the tears I've cried, wishing you could see me now. I know every drop of my tears is in the ocean and hoping you feel the same. The waves seem too much sometimes. I feel like I'm drowning, unable to see the land. Every drop is getting stronger every day. The ocean goes in and out like the waves, and I feel it's starting to get easier.
Wow, that's good. Oh, by the way, that would be considered plagiarism, not copyright.
Okay.
If using somebody else's words, I give a and then a report without doing a quote of somebody, that's plagiarism. Just playing somebody else's material without permission is copyright.
Okay.
But that was good though. I mean, and I recognize some of that. Like I've heard it somewhere before.
Yeah, just some of the words spoke to me. The actual song is from a TV show, an American TV show called The Vampire Diaries, and the guy who actually writes the song is called Ron Pope. If you look it up on YouTube and you type in,
that's where I've heard it.
yeah, if you type in Ron Pope, A Drop in the Ocean on YouTube, you'll find it's a piano piece. And it's a really, really, really good piano piece of music. It's really, really touching. I've actually listened to it quite a lot of times.
By the way, I only know of Vampire Diaries because of my niece, people, okay? I'm not into the teen movies like that. But yeah, my niece, the crazy one, she was like all about Vampire Diaries and shit. So
oh, yes.
That's how I recognize some of the lyrics.
Yeah, Vampire Diaries is one of my big obsessions. I have the DVD box set on my DVD cabinet on the floor behind me. I have a poster in my bedroom. I have all the script books. I have all the novels, the magazines, Vampire Diaries mugs in my kitchen cupboard. I literally have like a collection. So, yeah. Thank you, Dirty Rotten. Yeah, Vampire Diaries is something that I like because, again, it's about the escapism from reality. It's about the witches, the werewolves, the spell casting, escaping from the stress of everyday crap. So when I put that on, I can imagine that I'm there with the characters, and it's like I can escape into another world and not be here for a few hours.
Hey, Alex.
Hey, Alexander, how are you? So yeah, I kind of escape into my own world, and I get into Vampire Diaries. I kind of switch off. And I'm like, nope, I'm not here. I'm somewhere else. So it's
I do that with I do that with well, I did. They don't Game of Thrones. I'll sit there and I watch Game of Thrones, and I'll be all about damn, yeah, I wish I was there.
Yeah, I love Game of Thrones. I haven't actually watched that in a long time. I need to catch up on Game of Thrones. I'm a bit behind.
Oh wow. Just without any spoilers, be prepared for season 8 because
Yeah, I've just started season 7, so I'm a bit behind.
yeah.
Florna,
As a
I
matter
haven't
of
actually
fact,
watched The Walking Dead yet.
don't watch season 8.
Okay.
No, I'm just kidding. I mean, you get everyone, but
Yeah,
I'm just
I
saying,
get you. Like,
somebody like you would like. I mean, it would probably devastate you. That's all I'm saying.
yeah, Suzex, I'm actually a bit behind because I kind of let my DVD watching go askew a little bit. I was watching like boom, 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 one episode. Hey, Clint, how are you? I was watching one episode after the other of like Game of Thrones, and I stopped that, and I got hooked onto the Good Doctor, and I've been watching the Good Doctor back to back to back to back to back, and now I need to go. Once now the Good Doctor's finished, I can go back to the Game of Thrones and carry on
Yeah,
from where I was before. So I'll do
yeah,
that
no
in the next
spoilers,
couple of
Suze.
weeks.
She hasn't seen it yet. No spoilers, but yeah, I agree with her. It was a total letdown. But
Yeah, I haven't. I'm actually only on season 7 right now, so yeah, I need to watch season 7 first. Um, but yeah, I think I'll save the final 2 poems that I had for next time. But yeah, I just thought I'd come on and share a few new poems that I've written in the last like month and a half, couple of months, and there is some more poems that I've been working on that still aren't written up in pen yet. They're in pencil on my other notepad, but yeah. Yeah, Suze, you're fine. No worries. You haven't given me any spoilers. That's fine. I can catch up on the season 7, and I can get to the season 8 once I can order it on DVD. Like I just ordered the season 4 Good Doctor a couple of days ago because it comes out at the end of June. So I've got that coming in the mail. So that should be good.
yeah,
So I've got that.
I saw them all on HBO Plus.
And I've just ordered the ER box set because I loved watching ER back in the day, and it's so damn expensive to get hold of that I've just managed to order it for like 30 something pound UK money. Because before it was like nearly 100 quid. I'm like, I'm not paying that. Ridiculous. So yeah, I've got several discounts off it. But yeah, thank you so much to everyone who came in the chat, and thank you to Boomer for coming on my panel. He's always welcome on my panel. Everyone in the chat who was great to comment and chat with Boomer and me. And I'll be live around this time tomorrow night showing you my new specs because I'll be wearing them on every single video as from tomorrow because my eyesight is complete shot. So yeah, you'll see me with a lot more glasses on my videos and streams now because my eyesight is crap, and as you can keep seeing my eyes are like I'm finding it hard to focus right now. So
Thank
yeah,
you.
Alex, I will be doing more poetry. I might do a couple more tomorrow night, depending on how well my stream goes. And also next week, guys. Next week is a big. I need you all to be here next week. It's World Autism Awareness Week, and I need all the help I can get and support because next week I'm going to be streaming and uploading all week. You'll see my name pop up a lot of the time, and I'm going to have people on the panel talking about being an ally for people with autism. Boomer, you're going to be on here, no question about it, because I need you. Suzex, Ronnie Egg, anyone
You
who's known me for a long
talking?
time needs
You
to be on my panel with
talking
me.
same time next week? Like
Yes.
next Wednesday this time? Yeah,
Yes.
I should be free. I don't have nothing.
So next week on Wednesday, I'm going to do a live stream, and I want everyone who knows me very well to come on the panel. So Boomer, anyone who's known me for over 2-3 year period, and I want everyone just to have a laugh, chill out. There's going to be some quizzes. I'm going to be offering prizes. I'm actually I buy them myself, and then I will send them out if the person's in the US, Canada. I will mail them out directly to them after the stream. And I try to have some fun and get to know a bit more about autism from my perspective and from what you guys know about it. So yeah, and I'll see you all next week. Thank you so much, guys, and I shall love you and leave you. Have a great evening, and I'm now going to head to bed because I'm absolutely shattered. So I'll see you all next week. Thank you, guys. Have a great night.
Much love. Keep it real.
Mwah. Love you all. Bye.